Alright, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Tanisha and today we're going to be talking about how to take care of your breakouts, how I keep my skin clear, get rid of hyperpigmentation, and deal with acne and pimples when they arise. If you guys have been following my skincare journey, you know that I have been obsessed with it the past 2 years and I have really nailed down a list of my ride or die products that I love and use all of the time. There's a few different categories of just the phases of acne that I feel like will really help you guys in your skincare journey. So I wanted to create this video and just break down all of the phases of pimples and the stages of them and what products I use to really treat my acne and also not get further hyperpigmentation. My skin has been really clear lately and so I feel like I have a little bit to say about skincare. So there are 6 categories, stages of acne. Whenever I run into one of these categories, these are the products that I use. So the 6 categories are 1, keeping your skin clear. 2, once you see a pimple forming. 3, the pimple has formed and now there's a whitehead. 4, the pimple has popped. 5, preventing the pimple from turning into a dark spot. And the last one, 6, is getting rid of dark spots. First, keeping your skin clear. Obviously, this is something that you're going to be doing on a daily basis. Skincare is such a journey and you have to stay consistent with it in order to see results. There are a few products that I love to use. The first is this Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Cleanser. Whenever I wear makeup or on days when I feel like I really need a deep clean, I need cleansers that really just go in and get all of the gunk out of my skin. I have super acne prone, oily skin. I need products with either salicylic acid in it or some type of active ingredient in order to really clear out my skin. So this is a great cleanser. It's gentle, it hasn't broken me out. I've used so much of it and it's honestly one of my favorites. Another product from Origins is an active charcoal mask. This is great on days when you want to do like a little spa night. I love using this maybe like once a week, once every other week when I feel like, okay, like I just want to sit in front of my TV, drink some wine, have a little mask going. Charcoal is a really good ingredient if you have oily skin or you have acne prone skin. This is really great. Next one is BHA. So this one I have repurchased a few times. This is the Naturium BHA liquid exfoliant. I love this and I also love the Polish Choice BHA, and I need products that have salicylic acid. It's a must for keeping my skin clear, preventing breakout. I like to use this at night, especially if you have darker skin. BHAs are going to be your best friend when it comes to getting rid of acne and dark spots. This is a really, really great product. Next one is a fun one. This is the Mighty Patch Nose. So this is actually a new product from Hero Cosmetics and they are actually sponsoring this portion of today's video. This is a really cool product. You guys know I love Hero Cosmetics. I have so many of their products in my skincare routine. I am obsessed with them as a brand. They just get acne, they get skincare. This is for controlling and just trapping all of the oil on your nose. So what this does is it's a hydrocolloid, so kind of similar to like a pimple patch, which I will get into. Traps all of the oil on your nose, gentler way of doing so. I feel like I've used different like nose patches before in the past that just really dry out your skin. They kind of take too much oil out. This doesn't do that. It's a natural way of trapping the oil and reducing the sebum that actually produces oil, makes you more oily, just gets everything out of your nose. I feel like this is an area that I kind of struggle with. I get the most oily right here in my nose, so really preventing that is vital. I use this at night. Put it on your nose, you sleep with it kind of overnight. You want to like finish off your entire skincare routine. I kind of like avoid that area with any serums and stuff because you don't want the patch to kind of pick up the serum oil. You want it to pick up your natural oils. Put the patch on, sleep with it overnight, wake up, and then it just like takes everything out. On days when I feel like I'm just like extra oily, this is really great for that area and it just gets all of like those blackheads, the oil, and it just traps everything. So I will have this link down below as well as all of the products that I mentioned today, but this is like a must in my skincare routine. So good. All right, next category we're gonna get into is when you see a pimple forming. So of course we're gonna do the best that we can to keep our skin clear, but sometimes we're gonna be, you know, on our period or going through a really stressful time when you're gonna get pimples. And so these are the products that I love. So these pimples are really specific. You see it forming, it's like almost like those deep ones under the skin. They haven't popped yet. They're still under the skin. Those ones hurt. And so the products that I love for this are, one, spot treating. So I have a few different spot treatments. This one has been one that I've been using consistently. This is the Origin Super Spot Remover. Dab it on the pimple and kind of like sleep with it overnight. What it does is it kind of dries out that pimple, gets deep in. It has salicylic acid in it as well, also treating that pimple. There's a few different spot treatments. This one is from Clinique, which is another really good one, and then this one is from First Aid Beauty. Spot treating is a must for me. This is always like my first line of defense when it comes to pimples. Like I always do this first. Another really good product from Hero Cosmetics is the Mighty Patch. I'm sure you guys have heard of this before, but this one is the Micro Point for blemishes. So this has really tiny little, like almost like needles, but it's not scary needles. It's like little tiny points that you just press the patch into your skin. It pushes all of the medicine into that pimple so that it treats it. I will kind of do the spot treatment first. If that pimple is still there, the next day I'll go in with the Micro Point. This I feel like just prevents the pimple from being the worst possible case that it could be. Like if I just had a pimple, let it be whatever I wanted to do, it would like turn into a dark spot and my skin wouldn't be where it is today. I feel like these products really help. I know sometimes you'll use them and maybe you still will get that pimple forming, but it'll be so much better than if you weren't to use the Micro Point and the spot treatment. Like you're really just helping that pimple get better so it doesn't turn into a dark spot, because that's obviously what we want to avoid. And that same kind of like seeing the pimple forming, I think a really important ingredient is niacinamide. So this is from The Ordinary. You guys know this is my ride or die brand. I love them. This has zinc in it, which is really soothing and healing. Sometimes those like tough pimples, they hurt, they turn red, and so the zinc in this is really gonna help it calm down the inflammation and any redness. If you ever see like redness in a pimple that's forming, definitely try niacinamide. That product specifically has zinc, like I said, which is the ingredient that's gonna help. Okay, now we are to the point where we have the pimple, we tried the best that we could to prevent it, but it happens, you know what I mean? What I love to use for when pimples have formed or there's a whitehead, type of person that will pick it, and so I have to be very strategic about the products that I use because I don't want to pick it. That's what's gonna make a dark spot and give me more hyperpigmentation, which I don't want. I just like to completely avoid the area, and I love to use the regular Mighty Patches for this. There's two kinds. There is the Mighty Patch Invisible. Literally, you cannot see this on your skin. Like I have gone to the grocery store, I have taken Zoom calls for work with this on. I will later be off of the call and like go to the bathroom or something, and I'll be like, oh shit, like I have a Mighty Patch on my face, but it's like that invisible, which I really love how just like clear it is on the skin. Even on darker skin, like you cannot see it. And then on that same note, the regular Mighty Patch is also really awesome. I kind of go back and forth between these two. I love the invisible one because again, it's just super clear, but the regular Mighty Patch is the OG and it works just as well. Really just depends on your preference. Either of these work great. I use them either during the day when I'm just chilling at home. Really like to use them at night. Takes all of the gunk and the whitehead out. So when you see a whitehead, this covers it and it naturally sucks the whitehead out. So you're not picking it, this does it for you. And it's so much better than picking your pimple, because when you pick it, you're like disrupting the natural process of it healing. And so this just one prevents me from picking it. When you see it, you're kind of just like, oh, I want to get it. But this is just like you put it on and it does all of the work for you. You can see the whitehead in the morning, just like it's completely gone. Sometimes it takes maybe 1 or 2 tries or nights to do it, but it does work and it is amazing. Let's talk about now once the pimple has popped. So you used your Mighty Patch, now the whitehead is gone. You want to make sure that the pimple is healing. So I really love the Rescue Balm. This is a post-blemish recovery cream, also from Hero Cosmetics. This is like first aid for your pimple. I know when pimples pop, they have like almost like an openness to it. You can kind of see inside that pore. For me, it just like, I just feel like things are gonna get inside of it. It's not gonna heal properly. Sometimes you're touching your face, you're putting on more sunscreen and products and all of that. It needs help to recover. This is just like a cream that you put on and it's basically a band-aid for your pimple. It helps it push that process into overdrive so it heals a lot faster. You're not sitting with an open wound almost for like maybe a week or a few days. This helps it really recover a lot faster. So I always put this on no matter what. Whenever I have a pimple that's like popped, I'm like, boom, got my recovery cream. You got to put that on there. So your pimple now has healed and and we want to prevent it from turning into a dark spot. There are a few products that I like to use for this. First one is the lightning wand. This is a dark spot brightening serum. Sometimes when a pimple pops, it's healed, it's still gonna turn into a dark spot. It's just kind of inevitable. There are moments or times when it doesn't, but sometimes it does. I personally, I bruise so easily. Dark spots are just like a natural thing for my face. I do my best to prevent them with all of these products, really having a solid skincare routine, but there are gonna be times when it comes and I'm gonna have to deal with it, and that's fine. I love this. This is really great for preventing it from getting darker and helping it like brighten up a little bit faster. You can use this daily. It's just kind of like a roller ball. It feels really cool and soothing on the pimple or the dark spot as well. And this has, I think, vitamin C in it, which is why it works so well. Yeah, it has vitamin C, niacinamide, tranexamic acid. Skincare ingredients, sometimes I'm like, how do you even pronounce that? But this has vitamin C, which is great for lightening up dark spots and hyperpigmentation. One of my staple ingredients. I use it probably every single day. And this has a very concentrated form of vitamin C, so it's really gonna help lighten up that dark spot over the course of like a week or 2 weeks, which is really gonna help. If you have one that just formed and you really don't want it to get darker, start using that on it and it'll start lightening up. Another really good product, just back to the BHAs, if you want to lighten up that dark spot, use BHAs, whether it's in a cleanser, whether it's in a liquid form. BHAs really help with exfoliating first like dead layer off of your skin. They really help with lightening up dark spots. Chemically kind of go in, buff it all away. Last and final category is getting rid of dark spots. I know this is something that probably a lot of us struggle with. I personally struggled with it for a very long time. It took a lot of trial and error to kind of figure out what products really work. There are some products that I really love that I want to share with you guys. Vitamin C, like I said, is such a great ingredient for lightening up dark spots. It is like one of the ingredients that has really helped. So I love this ascorbic acid plus alpha arbutin from The Ordinary. That one's really great. Alpha arbutin alone is also a really good product. Azelaic acid is something that I like to use to prevent breakouts also, but I think it really helps with just making sure that your skin is clear also. I would probably put this in the clear category. And then definitely sunscreen, you guys. If you guys are using a lot of these active ingredients, you really want to be careful about what you're exposing your skin to. Definitely have to protect it from the sun. I personally love sunscreens that have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Is it titanium dioxide or titanium oxide? I'll have it on the screen here, but those two ingredients specifically, I have found I really struggled with like light spots this summer. I was freaking out about. I wasn't sure if it was a reaction to something. Skincare, again, it's all trial and error. Sometimes something will work for me that won't work for you, and I was really scared about it, but my doctor was like, try sunscreen with zinc oxide. And I have found two that I really love. This one is from Bliss. This is an affordable one. I think they sell it at Target. And then this one is from Supergoop. This is the zinc screen. Zinc oxide is basically like a mineral sunscreen. It's really hard when you have darker skin to use mineral sunscreens because they always leave a white cast. And I have found with these, when you use it when your skin is a little bit wet, so wet with all of your skincare ingredients, so you're going in with your skincare in the morning, you want it to still be wet. You don't want to like do all your skincare, put on your moisturizer, sit for like 5 minutes and then put your sunscreen on. You want to do it immediately so it kind of just melts into the skin. And I have found that's like kind of the best way to use zinc oxide sunscreens. These have been my favorites that I have found so far. Just obsessed with them. So all of these products just in general and in combination with each other, when you're using them consistently during the right time, using the right product for when you see a certain type of pimple forming, whether it's something that's really deep or whether you have a whitehead, being really cautious and strategic about what you're using, help that pimple get better, prevent dark spots, I think will really make like just a solid skincare routine, and you're really gonna understand your skin and how to deal with it. Skincare is so fun for me, and I've been really loving just feeling more comfortable in my own skin and not wearing makeup every day. That's something that I really don't need anymore, and I'm very happy with that, and it's all due to skincare, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out all of the products. I will have them linked down below, as well as the new Mighty Patch nose that is now released. I'm so excited that you guys can finally try it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what other videos that you want to see from me, whether it's skincare, fashion, makeup, vlogs. We have a lot of things going around here. I hope you guys stick around, subscribe. I will see you in the next one.